guys. Another week, another batch of what do we call them? Ups and downs. What was it? Wednesday. PlayStation guys were out there. Oh yeah, look, they fired 9,000 people. Xbox is dead. They're canceling games. Blah blah blah. Come to find out, that had something to do with a bad investment with the OpenAI. At least that's what Jez Corden's reporting. But now on Thursday, after all of that bravado and tough talk about Xbox being dead, comes the announcement that Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox. I have my own theories about why this is happening. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with the fact that Sony pretty much already knows that, based on Microsoft's plans, they're going to be able to play those games anyway, so you might as well try and maximize profit off of it while you can. One. Two, it seems like some kind of trade, because the games, and by the game I mean Helldivers 2, is coming out on Xbox the same day as Gears of War makes its debut on the PlayStation platform. So it seems like a fair trade sort of thing. And don't be surprised if this happens again with Halo and Horizon, God of War, and whatever, Blade and Spider-Man. Don't be surprised if this ends up being a thing, where it's like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of deal. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what the Colin Moriartys and the other PlayStation fanboy elitists in the world will tell you, 30 million is still 30 million. That's the population of a couple of states. No one's going to ignore that number, regardless of the fact that there's 76 million over here, because those 76 million people ain't buying these games. But Spider-Man sold, what, 19, maybe 18 million? It's not 76. The only ones selling games on par with the amount of console they sold, or close to on par, is Nintendo. Sony doesn't do that. So Sony will take any sales they can get, and this is just an example of it. I've told you guys before, stop falling for these grifters. Stop listening to these dudes. Just because they can talk like they are intelligent, just because they can articulate their words well, just because they can spin stuff in a certain way, does not mean that they know what the hell they're talking about. At the end of the day, they're acting like their subjectivity is objectively true, and that's just not the case. It can't be the case. It never will be the case. But once again, here we are. Ups and downs. I tell you guys all the time, don't ever get too high or low about, if you must counsel war, don't ever get too high or low about any of this stuff, because it's always going to shift. People really don't understand the weight and the implication of what Microsoft did when they bought Activision. They shifted things to a catastrophic extent. The gaming industry will never be the same, and we got more videos and content coming talking about this stuff. It's going to be an interesting few years, guys. Till next video.